Greetings, good morning, happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Here we are checking in with the letting go cards, starting the week off. It feels like we've already been in 2019 for such a long time already. I don't know about you. How is this feeling for you, the energy of 2019? And as we continue into this, I'm continuing with the idea of what can we focus on letting go in the upcoming week? Because we all have things. When I talk about things, I'm talking about limitations or lack or restrictions, addictions, mindsets, those kind of things that are maybe blocking aligning fully with our life purpose, or keeping us playing small or not fully shining our light or not fully sharing the gifts that each one of us has our own specific flavor or our own specific gift that we intend on a soul level to bring in to share with other people, with everybody else on this earth, and that's actually our responsibility. And that's kind of where I come from when I developed this system. It's kind of a inner reflection. I was talking to some people yesterday about using them as journal prompts. So maybe you could use that, like whatever we pull today, we could use that as a journal prompt. Or you could check in with the energy of, say, the moon. Like we've got the first quarter happening today, and that's actually a time for when things start to emerge, or we start to emerge out of stuff, limitations and lack and things like that. So that's obviously the flavor that we're sort of stepping into this week. What I'd like you to do is just take a nice deep breath with me. And if you're here live, say hi so that I know I'm not just yakking away to myself here. Or if you're watching the recording later on, pop any comments or questions about letting go, how best to let go, what this whole idea of letting go is all about. We've been talking about that for a long time. It's letting go of all that no longer serves you. And so, taking a nice deep breath with me, and I'm shuffling as we're doing this and just coming, kind of bringing our energies into this moment. Like I said, whether you're watching with me live right now or if you're watching later, it still has the same effect. So just landing into this moment. And in our minds, we're saying, what can we let go of, or what can we focus on letting go of in order to more fully shine our light, in order to more fully align with our soul's calling or the whispers of our inner wisdom? What can we focus on letting go of in this second week of January? And we're going to focus on overthinking. This is something I can relate to. So where does overthinking, how does that limit you? How does that block you from seeing the potential of what is available for you in your experience, but also within you? Sometimes overthinking blocks you from actually realizing that you've got the answer. Again, I was having a conversation with somebody yesterday that we were talking about how we get stuck in our head and we want to figure something out. You have a problem and you put all your attention on it, and our ego or our thinking capacity kind of says, I have to figure this out. But something magic happens when we let go of that idea of overthinking and we just allow it. That there's like sometimes we know a lot more stuff when we just let go. So that's it. So sometimes I actually ask some of my coaching clients to do this. If you find yourself overthinking or ruminating or getting stuck in a, gosh, I have to figure this out, pause, take a deep breath, and just say to yourself, if I knew the answer, what would it be? And see what's the first thing that comes up. So one of the things that I really encourage you to do with this idea of letting go is to lighten up, have a little bit more of a light hold on things, and let things flow and let them go. Because sometimes we get a wee bit too serious. Overthinking can kind of create a bit too much of a too serious kind of attitude. Anyways, I'm going to read out. I have a book here that I wrote. So what I like to do with these cards is I draw one and I kind of just sit in with it. What does it bring up for me? But I encourage you to do the same thing too. What does that bring up for you? What's the pattern of overthinking mean, or how does that show up for you? And then to help, I like to read this too, because then sometimes we can go into other areas that you may not have thought of in this overthinking thing. So we have no control over things outside of our own self in life. It's impossible to make someone do something they do not choose for themselves. Not everyone will like you, what you do, or how you think or speak. You will gain nothing by draining yourself and trying to figure out what you can't possibly understand. You gain nothing from believing unfounded scenarios of your mind's deductions. Let go of your what ifs. Let go of the worst case scenario and trust what life gives you. Be patient and let the answers present themselves. It is time for you to let go of the things that you think are logical and to start to really trust in your feelings. I'm a very big believer in just put your hand over your heart. Allow your feelings to guide. There's a lot more authority in our heart energy than our thinking energy. Everything is possible when what you choose to do is in alignment with your heartfelt purpose and dreams. Trust your feelings. Perhaps start or continue using a journal to express and explore everything that you would dearly love to be, do, and have. Just sit with that. See how that helps you maybe get out of your head a little bit more and trust your feelings. Like I said, ask yourself that question. If I knew the answer, what would it be? Now, the next part of what I do with this letting go idea, and this is also, I'm using Doreen Virtue's angel cards here. And I'm just shuffling these because now we know that we're going to focus this week on letting go of overthinking, stepping into allowing our own inner guidance and our feelings to steer us, to help us make the choices, to motivate us to do the right thing from our own inner guidance. And so what I like to do is to draw 3 of these cards, and these generally give us a wee bit of support in what else we need. Just to more support to help us let go even more. And so this is good. This is very good. So overthinking can sometimes block us from being our own best friend. So see if the overthinking, overthinking is all about our own desire to keep us safe. And so thank that and let it go. Start treating yourself as your own best friend. So having those patterns and just saying, thank you for keeping me safe, or thank you for believing that I have to stay in my head and think. Then you can maybe be your own best friend. And then romance has come up too. So that's very much about allowing your heart to guide you. What would make your heart sing? I don't know about you, but being stuck in my head and overthinking, that's not making my heart sing. So how can you be more romantic, more loving, more really into treating yourself as the divine being that you truly are? And then watch the signs. When we get stuck in that overthinking, we can sometimes miss the signs outside of us. That sometimes we're worrying about something or questioning something, and we might get a sign like a repeating number on a license plate, or a song comes on the radio, or you pick up a book and it falls open at a specific page and you read a paragraph that is a sign to say, here's your path, here's your decision, here's which way you need to go. So all of that is possible, be paying attention to those signs and being in the flow of it when you stop overthinking. So I wish you a wonderful week. I hope this serves you. And like I say, any questions or comments, I'd love to see how this lands and how you go with letting go of overthinking. Thanks for watching. Much love. Have a great week.